Hello.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm also doing good. Thank you so much for asking. So, as I can see, I think this is the very first time that we are meeting, right?
Yes, ma'am. This is the first
Oh,
time.
right. Okay. So, since this is our very first interaction, I was thinking that maybe we could start with a round of introductions. You can tell me something about
Yeah,
yourself?
for sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, ma'am, this is Kaiser here. I am from Jharkhand.
Okay.
By profession, I am an English language trainer. I run my own institute.
Hmm.
Besides teaching, I am learning as well as working on my advanced English as well as pronunciation.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
So, may
Great.
I have your brief introduction, ma'am?
Absolutely, absolutely. So my name is Ananya. I'm from Kolkata in West Bengal, but currently I reside in Delhi. I'm working as a PhD research scholar in English at JNU, and I also used to teach at a state university before this as a guest lecturer of communicative English, and I have a total experience of around 6 plus years.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So
Yeah,
yes.
it is not more than 3 years that I started teaching
Oh, okay, okay, that's great. So, you teach like which subject?
English,
English. Oh, that's good.
spoken
That's good.
English.
Spoken English. Okay, like to people in your like in any center or any particular area.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right now I'm sitting at my institute, man.
Oh, very nice, very nice, very nice background. Good, good.
Yeah,
All right. So, why don't you tell me a little bit about how you came to this profession? Why did you take up this profession?
yeah. So there is a long story. Would you
Hmm.
like to hear that story, man?
Hmm. Hmm. Right.
Couple of years back, I was a welder.
Hmm.
I used to do welding work. I
Okay.
I had been to Saudi Arabia as well as Dubai. When I was in Dubai, I met with an accident.
Hmm.
I was admitted to admitted to the hospital where I had to speak either English or Arabic. I knew
Hmm.
none of them.
Hmm.
So when I came back from there, I thought to work on my English language. When I started learning English, I met with so many difficulties, hurdles. Somebody used to say that you can learn English within 3 months. Somebody used to say that you can learn English within a month. So I got confused. As I was from Hindi medium background, I got confused that everybody says that English can be learned within 3 months. Why am I not able to speak? So when I started working on English language, I started doing self practice. When I started doing self practice, that's where I got to know language doesn't have time. It takes dedication, motivation, inspiration, most importantly, consistency.
Very good.
If you
Yes.
are if you are consistent learner, there is no
Hmm.
time limit. You may
Hmm.
learn within 6 months, 3 months, 1 year, 2 years. It depends on your hard work.
Hmm.
It depends on your consistency. How
Right.
good learner you are. How much effort do you put? So
Hmm.
when I started learning English after 2 or 3 years, I thought to make people aware
Okay.
about English language. Don't make yourself fool. No
Hmm.
language has time limit. If you really want to work on English language, you have to go through lot many difficulties as we are from India. There less number of people speak in English language. When somebody tries to speak in English language, what happens? People start making fun of them, mocking at
Yeah.
them. They start judging them. So when people start judging them, that's where we stop our journey. We give up for no reason. As I mentioned earlier that I was from Hindi medium background, I started learning from very scratch. I didn't even know. I didn't even know few sentences in English language. Whatever I am speaking right now, ma'am, it is all because of my dedication, hard work,
Very good.
consistency.
Very good.
I
Very good.
never, I never hired a teacher, trainer, motivator. Whatever I did it by myself. So
Right.
sometimes I think that there should be a mentor, guider who could guide me.
Hmm. Right.
As as we are from India, so you might have noticed that we have mother tongue influence.
Right. Right.
The way we speak in English language, it sounds like we are speaking Hindi.
Right. Right.
We are not able to connect. We are not
Hmm.
able to connect our emotion, feelings to this language.
Right.
The
Yeah.
attachment we have
Hmm.
in our
Yeah.
native language, the
Hmm.
way we share our feelings, emotion in our native language, we are not able to do that in English language. Because when we start speaking in English language, most of the time we
Hmm.
think to translate Hindi to English. When
Hmm.
somebody asks something to us, we look here and there
Yeah.
where this sentence goes to
Hmm.
present indefinite, past indefinite, present perfect. So people are confused. So in my
Right.
class, what I do, I try to make them realize, make them
Hmm.
aware. Look,
Hmm.
keep working on yourself. Keep working
Hmm.
on yourself. The efforts you put on your learning, that will decide whether you are going to be a good speaker or not.
Right. Right.
This is all about my journey, man.
Okay, okay, that's lovely to know. Thank you so much for sharing a little bit about that. It's so nice and inspiring to hear what sorts of difficulties you have overcome to reach this stage, and I'm so happy that you are doing what you're doing. Right. One thing that I noticed is that you have to work a little on your articles. Like if you are saying that you you have to be consistent person, it should be you have to be a consistent person, because there are other
Yeah,
consistent people in the world, right? You have to be one of them, so is very important, right?
yeah.
Similarly with plurals, like how much effort you have to put, how much efforts you have to I mean, how much effort can also be used, but in the context that you were using, I remember that it should have been
Yeah.
plural, so that you have to take care of. Okay, all right, clear.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Sure, man.
Oh, okay,
We are
perfect.
learner throughout our life. We have to work on ourselves.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes. Okay, so we'll obviously go into the topic today and talk a little bit about your family members or your loved ones. But before we go into it, I would like to know if you have any question or anything that you'd like to ask.
So, ma'am, as you have been to this field, as you mentioned earlier, around 6 years.
Yes.
So, if you don't mind, I just want to know about your journey. How did you start? How did you get the level which you have right now?
Right. So I was fortunate in a way because I started or I did my entire schooling in an English medium school. So my base was very strong, my grammatical base. I used to make mistakes and everything in school, but our school had a very strong grammatical, I think, foundation. So that worked out in my favor. But what did not was the fact that in our school, most of our teachers and students communicated in our mother tongue, which was Bangla. So we did not speak in English at all. So when I went into college, which was again a convent college, and everyone over there spoke in English. You have to, even if you go to the canteen, people would speak in English. It was almost a cultural shock for me. And moreover, I started or I took up English as my major, right? So I felt like I have taken a wrong discipline. I don't know the subject enough because I was feeling so underconfident. I didn't think I could speak well. But then I told myself that there's no going back from here. I have to win over this situation. So what I did was I started talking to people. I started kind of just listening to others speaking, even when they're having a conversation, even if I did not contribute initially, I listened to them. And coming back home, I used to listen to a lot of other speakers, native speakers speaking in English. So I used to watch series, movies, whatever had native English speakers speaking in English, I used to watch them a lot. And slowly after doing that, I think I became better. And I had the habit of reading books since a long time, since my childhood. So that also helped a lot in building my vocabulary. And watching other people speak in English helped me with my pronunciation and my fluency. So that worked a lot. And afterwards, I just pushed myself and tried to speak as much as possible. So yes, all
Hmm.
of that.
Well,
Right.
thank you very much for sharing, ma'am.
No problem. Anything else?
Yeah, ma'am, as you come across many learners every day.
I do here. Yes, I take at least like around 100 classes per month. So yeah.
Yeah, so you can come across the many learners every single day.
Yes,
So
yes.
what you have found up till now, what is their major problem they should work on?
I think different people have different problems, of course. One major problem would be confidence issues. Even when you can speak, you know the grammar well, there is a mental blockage that works, right? That stops you from speaking. So that is a major problem, I think. And also, there are many people who do not know certain basic grammatical rules pertaining to, say, tenses or articles, prepositions. These are some major areas where I have seen the most mistakes happening. And most importantly, I think people do not read as much or do not listen or watch English content as much. And I try to kind of suggest that for people. I try to recommend that as much as possible because I think that helps a lot. That has helped me, that has helped others people. So the more you do it, I know it is a little time consuming, but I think learning a language takes a little bit time. It won't just happen if you just keep on speaking without understanding what to say, what are the rules. So those are important. So those are certain habits that we need to inculcate. I think these are certain things, certain observations that I have had on my part.
Yeah, so ma'am, as I am also a trainer, during my journey, what I have found,
Yeah.
consistency is missing. Most
Right.
of the learners do not have consistency. They work
Right.
on English a month, 2 months, 3 months, they give up.
Hmm.
They don't practice continuously for a year
Right.
or two. After
Right.
practicing 2 or 3 months, they want to speak fluent English. That is not
Hmm.
possible. Even we didn't speak fluent Hindi
Yeah.
when we were 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah. 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 Makes sense. Absolutely. Okay. All right. On that note, let's go to our topic today and talk a little bit about
Yes,
your family. Okay. So, can you tell me a little bit about who all are there in your family? Who are you the closest to in your family?
there are many members in my family. I belong to joint family, ma'am. So I would like to introduce my mother, whom I love the
Okay.
most.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, during my journey welder to trainer, my mother's contribution is remarkable.
Okay. Very good.
She, yeah, she has done a lot for me. I belong to a tiny place where English is not in our culture. English is not in our culture. Nobody speaks English.
Hmm.
So when I started learning English, working on English language, most of the people used to say that don't waste your time. As you are
Hmm.
from Hindi medium background, you would not be able to speak English throughout your life.
Hmm.
My mother was the only one who supported me throughout my journey. My mother used to tell me, do what you love to do. Don't look
Hmm.
here and there. Don't pay attention on other people, what they are thinking of you.
Right.
Keep
Right.
working on yourself. One day you will succeed. You will
Right.
succeed. So I always consider myself, sorry, I always consider my mother as my great mentor, supporter, supporter,
Hmm.
whatever she has done for me. I
Right.
can never forget throughout my life. Whenever it comes to
Hmm.
introducing any member of my family, I would love
Hmm.
to introduce my mother.
Hmm.
Is there anything else, ma'am?
No, that's fine. You have to say, if you're saying it should be it comes because it is singular, right? So the verb should be
Yeah.
plural. It comes. Okay. Right. Yes. Good. Now, yes. Now you have told me about your most favorite person, the person that you love the most. Now, what quality of your mother do you like the most, or you would like to have in your own personality?
Yeah, actually, my mother is kind-hearted as well
Right.
as a charitable person.
Mm-hmm.
She always helps poor people, needy people. If somebody needs something, my mother doesn't look here and there.
Right.
Whatever she has,
Hmm.
she gives it to that particular person. This
Right.
is the quality. This is the quality of my mother I like the most. I just want to be like my mother, kind, generous, charitable. That's why I always love to support others, whoever in need. If I think somebody
Hmm.
needs my help, I
Hmm.
don't waste my time.
Hmm.
I try to help those needy people as much as possible.
Hmm. Right. Right. Okay. I understand. All right. Now, okay, let's do a small reading session. For that, you'll have to open the session note on your side and read this small excerpt given on the second page. Food for thought.
Okay. Food for
Yes.
yeah. Should I start, man?
Yes.
There exists a unique place in our heart for the loved ones in our family. They offer us their unwavering support, understanding, and affection. Our parents guide and care for us, whereas our siblings are our partners in mischief. In addition to this, grandparents embrace us with much love and often protect us from our parents' anger. Our loved ones always have our back during both moments of joy and times of hardship. These connections with our family members, our loved ones, are a constant source of comfort and strength, making our journey through life more meaningful and beautiful.
Hmm. Right. Okay. Okay. Good. Good reading, more or less. All right. Now, tell me, do you agree with this? Do you think family is a safe space? At least for you, has it been a safe space?
Yes, ma'am. Nothing can be greater than our family. Family
Hmm.
is something who, yeah, family is something who always
Hmm.
supports us whatever situation we are in, good
Right.
or bad. Yeah, good
Right.
or bad.
Right.
Yeah, there are so many people who claim to be supportive, but in case of difficult situation, in case of hardship, nobody stands by you.
Hmm.
Only your family members can stand by you. So I always believe that
Hmm.
family is more important, more important part than any other thing.
Right. Okay. Okay. Good. One thing
Yeah,
is,
let me add something here, man. Let me add something here. During
yeah.
my journey,
Hmm.
becoming welder to trainer, I
Hmm.
didn't work. I didn't work in that situation. Only there was my family
Hmm. Hmm.
who supported me a lot,
Right.
financially, physically, mentally. When I, yes, sir, felt down, my father and mother used to make me understand.
Hmm.
Don't worry, this is not your day. Your day will come. Keep working on yourself.
Hmm.
So I always consider my family one of the most important parts of my life.
Right. Okay. All right. Now tell me, how do you generally solve arguments in your family? Who is the peacemaker in your family?
If I talk about the peacemaker, so I am the one who is
Hmm.
peacemaker. I always try to resolve problems, whatever occurs in my family.
Right.
You know,
That's it.
yeah. So yeah, in every family there is argument. So
Okay. Now, tell me, which family structure do you like better? The nuclear family or the joint family?
Both family have advantages and disadvantages. It depends on individual. If I talk about my personal point of view, I like nuclear family, man.
Hmm. Right. Right.
Because in a nuclear family, you are the one
Hmm.
who has to take decision,
Hmm.
who has to take decision. In case of joint family, there are many
Hmm.
decision makers like your grandparents, your father, mother, your uncle, aunt. But in case of unity,
Hmm.
joint family is far better than nuclear family.
Hmm.
Suppose that something goes wrong, something goes
Yeah.
wrong in nuclear family, you will not get support from anywhere.
Hmm.
But in case of joint family, if you are going through some difficult times, some hurdles, all people will support you. All
Right.
people will get together and try to resolve your problems
Hmm.
as much as possible. That is why in both family have advantages and disadvantages.
Hmm.
So
Right.
in my personal point of view, I like nuclear family.
Okay, okay. All right. Now feedback time. I think it is very impressive how much you have come through. You can speak really well. You can convey your thoughts really well, which is a very very good trait or quality to have, right? But you have to work on certain fundamental aspects of grammar at least. One would be articles. The other would be plurals. Okay. Tenses more or less you're not making mistakes. You know the basic rules, the rudimentary rules, which is a good thing. But you have to make sure that you are working on plurals and articles a little. Pronunciation wise, also you had mentioned pronunciation in the introductory part. I guess you're doing good. It's not like I can suggest a lot of improvements, but I would like if you work a little on your articulation with giving pauses, proper enunciation, emphasis on certain words. Okay.
Actually, ma'am, yeah.
Hmm.
Let me add something here, ma'am. Actually, I was not in the condition of attending class.
Oh, okay.
Actually, one of my students' cycle
Hmm.
was stolen from my institute.
Oh, okay, okay.
So before the class, I was searching here and there. So
Okay, okay.
as it is sunny weather, so I had booked your session. Anyhow, I had to take the class. That's why I'm there, man. So
I'm
I
I'm
know
so
about my
happy to say.
problem.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know about my problems, ma'am. I have to work on it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
really, yeah, I really appreciate your feedback, constructive feedback. As I told earlier, ma'am, that we are learners. We have to work on ourselves throughout our life.
Right. Absolutely, absolutely. And it was a pleasure meeting you today. Hopefully, I'll get to see more of you sometime, and then we'll talk some more. Right?
Yeah, ma'am. Okay. Yeah,
So
okay, ma'am.
thank you,
Thank
thank
you
you. I
very much.
hope you had fun in
Okay,
the
thank you.
class, and hope to see
Yeah,
you
yeah,
soon.
ma'am.
Right?
Okay. Bye
Yeah, yeah.
bye.
Bye
Have a
bye.
great day, ma'am.
You
Ahead.
too. You
Bye
too.
bye.
Bye. Take care.